Okay, let's have Module 3, which is still part of your week 2 or the second week for the modules. And this one, in this part, we will have Arithmetic Series. If you are given arithmetic, or if you are asked about arithmetic series, this is actually the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. So if you're given a particular arithmetic sequence, for example, 2, 4, 6, 8, kana sila. Kung pangutanon ka sa arithmetic series, that means gipangutan na ka sa sum. So all you need to do is you just have to add 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on again. If you're given 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, pila man na sila kabuk? 5 terms. So if you're asked to find the sum of these 5 terms, that means we're looking for the arithmetic series, or that is arithmetic series. So if you're looking for the sum, all you need to do is you have to add that sum 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 and so on. So in this case, okay ra nga mag-plus-plus ka kay gamay ra man ang gihatag. But what if you're asked to find the sum of the, for example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms raman. What if pangutanon ka the sum of the 100 terms? So 100 kabuok ang imong i-add. You don't know the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th term. So that's why if you are asked for the sum or the arithmetic series, there is a formula given for you. And there are two formulas in page 7. The first one is S sub n, which is equal to n over 2 times, that's 2, I'm talking about kanang na square, plus n minus 1 times the common difference. That is if you are given, if ang given ani is na ay n, meaning kaybaw ka sa number of terms, kung pila sila kabuok ang ipa-add, shall we say, you have to find the sum of 100 terms or 50 terms. That means ang n nga imuhang i-substitute dira is katong 50 or katong 100 or katong kung pila kabuok ang gipapangita sa inyo or ang gipa-add sa inyo ha. Okay? So kinahanglan ng n or the number of terms, kung pila sila kabuok ang ipa-add. Okay? So next, you also need dapat na akay a sub 1 or the first term. And then also your naakay common difference. So there should be common difference as well. So you can use this formula if you have the number of terms. If you know kung pila sila kabuok dapat nyong i-add, then you are given the first term and then the common difference. The other formula, on the other hand, ang isa ka formula is just, may buong mo, nindot ni kay mas gamay siya. Yes, you only have S sub n, which is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So in this case, ang kikinahanglan na sa inyo is ang n, still the number of terms, and then dapat na kay first term, and also ang ikatulo na importante is your last term, meaning giapil og hatag ang last term. So kung balikan, magamit ni kaning formula nga taas if ang gihatag is first term and then the common difference. Then kaning isa magamit ni siya if ang gihatag is ang first term and last term. So kung naay first term, naay common difference, kani imong gamiton. Ya, walay last term. So kaning taas imong gamiton. Pero kung naa gani last term, nya first term, ang common difference sa pud ang wala. So imong gamiton is kaning mubo nga formula. Okay? Example. Shall we say, find the sum of the arithmetic sequence, and this is the example in page 8, and then your the example is 3, 9, 15, that means and so on, and then you're given the last term, which is 57. So evaluate the given. naabay a sub 1, naabay common difference, naabay last term. So, kamo bahala. Kung adto mo sa first nga formula katong taas-taas, then pwede ra. Nya, kung wala, ato ka sa katong mubo-mubo kung ganahan ka. So, kani, na ay a sub 1, and then, naapoy last term, which is 57. Ay, ang problema ani is, manginahanglan pa man ka sa kung pila sila kabuok. So, taas-taas pa ka og agian. Pangitaon pa nimo kung pila kabuok. Kay wala man gisulti. So, ang una sa nimong isolve is ang n. Kay mangita pa man ka pila sila kabuok. And then, sir, unsaon man na pagpangita ang n? So, kay n man ang wala, umta kay baw pila sila kabuok. So, muagi sa ta sa formula sa arithmetic sequence, which is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So, ang gipangita is ang n. Pero, kani nga part, kahibaw ka nga last term na diha. So, 57 imong ipuli diha. 57. Pero kabaw sa n. A sub 1 obviously, not that. A sub 1 nara, which is 3. And then continue plus ang n wa kahibaw minus 1. And the common difference, of course, kay laka. So, common difference, pila man, subtract. 15 minus 9, 9 minus 3. So, when we subtract, that would be equal to, if ato na i-minus, that would be equal to 6. Okay? So, simplify. This is 57, and then equals 3 plus, again, distribute. So, that is 6n minus 6. Combine, so you'll have, this is 57, and then simplify 3 and negative 6. So that would be equal to 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Not that. Negative 3. And then plus 6n. And then balhin transpose to the other side. So that would be 57. I'm just going to continue here. So 57 plus 3 equals 6n. Simplify, that's 6n. 57 plus 3, so 60 divided by 6 divided by 6, cancel. So we'll have n equals 60 divided by 6, of course, that's 10. So therefore, 10 day ay sila kabuok. Di manina ha? Because I'm going to erase this. Na-compute na nato. Mao na siya. So, balik ko na ako. The given was 3, and then 9, 15, so on. We'll have 57. So, we were able to compute the common difference earlier, which, not the common difference, sorry. We get, nakuha na to ang n, which is, pila sila kabok, 10. Now, we have a sub 1, which is 3. And then, we have a sub n, or the last term, which is 57. And you know for the fact that n, ang atong na-compute na n, is actually 10. So, since we have our first term and the last term, and now we were able to compute n, so we will use the second formula. So, the second formula, katong mubo was, we have S sub n equals n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. That is 1, sorry. And then, substitute S. Since our n, na-compute na nato here, so we'll have 10. So, replace it na siya have 10 over, 2 times our a sub 1 na na-compute, which is equal to 3. And then, plus our a sub n, or the last term in this case, is 57. Simplify. We have S sub 10 equals 10 divided by 2. that's 10, this one. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then you add what's inside the parenthesis. 3 plus 57, that would be equal to 60. And then multiply. So 60 times 5, that's how much? 5 times 6 is 30. Then there's 0, so that's 4. This is 300. So therefore, the sum S sub 10 or the sum of the 10 terms ang napukabuok from 3, 9, 15, and so on is 300. So di ay, kung imo nang i-plus ang 3 plus 9 plus 15 plus and so on, plus and so on, plus until 57. Bisan pag wala ka kahibaw sa uban nga mga terms, makakuha ka sa sum. Kaya naman, gihatagan man ka sa last term o sa first term. And then, kaibaw man po ka sa n. So, kani, medyo lisod-lisod kay ganiha, dili man given ang n, nag-compute pa man ta. Pero kung given na ang n, then ditso na lang ka. Like for example, sa number 2. So, for number 2, what we're gonna use is a different formula this time because in number 2, find the sum of the first terms, 15 terms. So, 15 kabuok. Therefore, sa number 2 niha sa page 8, therefore, ang imong n is 15 ang ipa-add. And then, ang given nga sequence kay, you have 20 plus 16 plus 12 plus and so on. So, imo tan-awon. Ay, batias akong agi. This is plus, ha? So, imo tan-awon. Makagamit ko sa short nga formula. Dili kay wala man tay last term and then lain po kay mag-compute pa ta sa tong last term. So, ayaw na lang. Ang imong gamiton is kato na lang isa ka formula nga naman. Kaya ang isa ka formula na anay kinahanglan natog n and then first term and makakompute ka og common difference ana nila. Okay? So, pila man ang imong given ato sang ipangsuwat. Naatay n nga 15 kay mao man ipa-add 15 ka buok. So, napaday na isumpay diha. 20 plus 16 plus 12 plus so on plus so on plus so on. Basta 15 na sila ka buok imong gi-add. So, nanakay n. Then, manginahanglan po ka sa a sub 1. So, a sub 1, pila man na? First term, obviously, 20. Then, you also need the common difference. So, common difference is, subtract ta, 12 minus 16. Pila man na? That's negative 4. Okay? It's negative 4. And then, we have 16 minus 20, that is also negative 4. So therefore, your common difference is negative 4. So your first term is, your a sub 1 is 20, your common difference is negative 4, and the number of terms, kung pila kabuok ipa-plus, kay 15 kabuok sila. So therefore, ma-solve na ni. Papason ko na ni. So, ato ta sa formula. Formula kay, taas-taas, Sn equals n over 2 times, you have 2 times a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay? Sakto ang formula. Okay, there. So, substitute. This is S. And then again, ang n, 15. So, pulihan na ni mo 15. Kana tanang n, pulihan ni mo 15. Kani sa dani, pulihan ni mo 15. Okay? That's 15. Then we have copy over 2. Copy this. Copy 2. Then copy plus, parenthesis. Again, ang n, this one here, na atong gipulihan of 15. And then minus 1, then the bracket. So now, we substitute our a sub 1. A sub 1 is 20. So, 20 imong ibutang diha. Then, that's 20, not 6. That's 20, sorry. And then, the common difference, you have negative 4. So, again, place inside the parenthesis if it is negative. So, as dili na niyo i-confuse into minus. There, simplify. If, for example, when you had When you simplify, that's 15 over 2. And then since it's decimal, so it's your choice whether you use decimal or you take that as is. And then you simplify that right after you multiply the one inside the bracket or all these in the parentheses. So, kana siya is pasagdan na lang sana nako. Or, I can have a decimal for that. So, pwede ra, basta simplify niya. So, 15 divided by 2, pila man na. 15, tungaon kaduha. So, that would be equal to 7.5. Okay, and then multiply that with, simplify everything inside the parentheses first. So this one, this is 2 times 20, that's equal to 40, plus 15 minus 1, of course, that's 14. And then again, place that inside the parentheses because you still have to multiply that with negative 4 at the right. And then copy. So this is 7.5 times 40 plus, if you have hard time multiplying, then you use your calculator if you have one. Then that would be 14 times negative 4 is negative 56. All right. And then don't forget that plus and negative, or plus and minus kung magtapad, that changed into negative. So if we do simplify this one, this is 7.5 times 40, and then positive and negative becomes negative, and then this is 56. Okay, so subtract or simplify first what's inside the parenthesis again. That's equals, copy 7.5, and then multiply that with 40 minus 56. So that would be negative, negative 16. And again, this is decimal times an integer, negative. So okay, you can use your calculator or whatever. 7.5 times negative 16. So the answer when you do use your calculator is negative 120. So therefore, kung padayunon to, ang katong given nga sequence nga 20 plus 16 plus 20, 16, 12, and then ipa-add sila tanan, 15 kabuok nila ato, ang answer kay negative 120. So atong balikon, atong klaruhon diri ang given sa may ubos. Ang given ganiha kay, ang given was ang given kay 20, and then you have 16, there's also 12, and so on. And then ipa-plus man daw na sila, plus, i-plus, dayon padayunon na nimo nga maabot ka sa ika-15, kay kutob sa ika-15 ang ipa-plus. So as you can see, nagkaana mo kagamay, 20, 16, dayon 12. So moingat ka nganong na negative 120 man na ang sum, sir, because decreasing man ni imuhang sequence nga gihatag, so maabot jud ka sa mga negative numbers. So kung imo ning padayunon after 12, 20, 16, 12, mahimo ning minus 12 plus negative 4, so 8, then after is 4, dayon 0, sakto ba ko? And then 0 plus negative 4, negative 8. And remember, this is, wala pa ko naabot sa 15. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 pa na. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so on. So the answer is negative 120. Okay, so that is for page 8. Now, how to answer sa kana inyuhang mga activities. So, I'll go with let's have page 10. Page 10, what's more? Letter A, independent activity. Give the value of A sub 1, D, N, and A sub N of the following sequences and series. Number 1, first 25 counting numbers. When you say first 25 counting numbers, so when you do count always begin with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, until 25. Kay first 25 counting numbers. Lain po kayo og wala kakahibaw sa a sub 1. First term ato. Sa n, sa common difference. N is kung pila sila kabuk gipaad ha. And then a sub n. Maura man na ang gipangita dira. Give the value of a sub 1, d, n, and a sub n. Wala gipaad ha, so we will not use the formula for page 10. Ang inyo is you just have to identify the first term, the common difference, the number of terms, kung pila sila kabuok, and the a sub n or the last term. A sub n is the last term. Okay, so that's for page 10. Those are 5 numbers. Number 11, you have do the following as instructed. Find the sum of the first 6 terms of gitagaan ka og formula, and then ang sum sa 6 terms. So, pangitaon sa nimo ang a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, a sub 5, a sub 6 sa atong formula sa arithmetic sequence. After na nagani ka atong a sub 1, sub 2, or pwede ra gani imong pangitaon kan a sub 1, a sub 2, ug a sub 6. Depende na nimo kung ganahan ka a sub 1 until a sub 6, and then after kung pila to ang kinsa to ang first term, ang second term, ang third term, ang fourth term, ang fifth term, imo na to i-plus plus plus plus, and then i-add kay 6 terms man ang ipa-plus. And then mo na ang gikuha sa sum of the 6 terms. And then number 2, okay, maglahi ta aning sigma notation. Okay? Kay medyo libog na sila. I'll have sigma notation in the next video. What else sa arithmetic sequence? Okay? So, inana siya. I'll have sigma notation sa next video para malain.